we are going over United States penny coins in this video that sold for tons and tons of money. So sit tight and watch all of these heritage auctions sales that are happening online and people selling these coins for a ton of money. So this first one is a United States Indian head cent penny from 1877. It's a genuine coin graded by PCGS at a mint state 66, and it sold for a ton of money, guys. $149,500. Up next, we've got the same type of coin from 1864. It's a 1 cent coin. Now these coins were produced before the wheat cent penny coin. This example, graded by PCGS at a proof 65, sold for $152,750. All right, moving into a coin that we're more familiar with. This is a 1944 wheat cent penny coin. This one sold for $168,000. PCGS graded it at a mint state 64. The reason why this coin sold for so much money is because it was accidentally struck on a zinc-coated steel planchet coin. That's right, guys. So this coin was struck on the wrong piece of metal, causing this sale to happen for this much money. $168,000 it sold for. 1905, 1 cent Indian coin, graded by PCGS at a mint state 64. This coin was struck on a quarter eagle planchet. It sold for $253,000. All right, guys, $258,500 for this 1909 wheat cent penny coin graded by PCGS at a proof 67 plus. Big coin here, guys. This is the first year of issue for the wheat cent penny coin. This is the VDB variant on this coin. Keep in mind that 1909 had 4 different varieties. You have the 1909 VDB, which is what we're looking at here. You have the 1909S VDB, which has an S below the date, and it has the VDB on the back. And then you have 2 more examples without the VDB on the back, which is the 1909 no mint mark Philadelphia issue and the 1909 San Francisco S issued coin, both without the VDB. So that's 4 different varieties. VDB is the one you want to have, so look on the back bottom center of your coin for Victor David Brenner's initials, who is the engraver and designer of this coin. $258,500 it sold for. So before the Indian head cent coins, you have the Flying Eagle cent coins. This beautiful United States 1 cent coin is from 1856. PC just graded it at a proof 67 plus. It sold for $312,000. Moving back into the wheat cent penny here, this is 1943. This coin graded by PCGS at a mint state 62 sold for $348,000. Similar to that 1944 steel cent coin we saw, this example should have been struck on a zinc-coated steel cent planchet, but instead it was struck on a bronze planchet. This is a highly desirable coin. It's one of the most sought after wheat cent pennies in existence. Everyone wants to get their hands on it. $348,000 it sold for. Back to another zinc-coated steel cent planchet coin that should have been struck on a bronze planchet. This 1944 San Francisco issued coin sold for $408,000. Transitioning back to the 1943 San Francisco issued coin struck on a bronze planchet. Once again, PC just graded this coin at a mint state 63 brown. This one sold for over $500,000 at $504,000. Now, this is where things start to get a little interesting. 1792 1 cent coin. Now, this coin is incredibly old United States coinage. PCGS graded this example at a specimen 58 plus. Coins like this are just so challenging to come across, and if you have one, there's a very high probability that what you have is a counterfeit coin. So what we recommend doing is finding at least 3 different coin shops around you, getting their opinion. There's a high probability that what you have is fake, unfortunately. We've seen quite a few examples that were sent our way that are definitely not legitimate. But again, $750,000 is life-changing money for most individuals. 1792 is the date you want to be looking for on your 1 cent coin. $840,000, 1943 Denver issued coin. Can you guess what the issue is on this coin? PC just graded it at a mint state 64. Once again, it was struck on a bronze planchet. So you may be asking yourself, why did this coin sell for $840,000? The biggest reason is this. So market timings are very important. If you got a few buyers that really want to get their hands on a coin like this, they're going to pay a ton of money for it. Get into a bidding war and they'll bid each other up until one of them taps out. This one sold for $840,000. $2,350,000 for this 1793 1 cent coin. I don't have too much to say about this coin outside of the fact that there's a high likelihood that what you have is not a genuine coin. If you come across a 1793 example, this coin is incredibly challenging to come across in any sort of genuine form. But if you do have one, you have something that's going to change your life forever. So please contact contact someone trustworthy. And if you don't really have anyone that you can trust, a good first step is by getting your free coin and currency ebook that we have down below. No strings attached. We'll send that right over to your inbox for you free of charge. Just get your free coin and currency ebook down below, and keep in mind that this example sold for $2,350,000. All right, $2,520,000. $17.92 1-cent coin graded by PCGS at a specimen 67. Keep in mind that 70 is the highest grade. An example like this just simply doesn't come into auction too often, let alone is found anywhere. If you were to find a coin like this, there's a high likelihood that what you have is a counterfeit fake coin. So please temper your expectations. The last thing we want to do is get your hopes up that you have a $2.5 million coin. But this is one of the most expensive coins in the world, especially when it comes to United Video.